Oh, what am I playing? Well, it sounds a little bit like an auto harp, but it's actually not an auto harp. It is my iPad. That's what it is. And it's a little auto harp app. And what an auto harp was is basically kind of like a guitar, but you press down chords and then you strum it. And so it's kind of a cool thing. And so basically that's what we want to talk about. There's some really cool music apps that really aren't quite a real instrument. Like here is basically like an accordion. And so the cool thing is about this is that because the iPad or basically any tablet has tactile responses, you know, with a computer you couldn't really do this where you could. I mean, you could do this with a mouse, but you only have one mouse. And here I got. And so they got a trumpet, they got a harmonica, they got guitars, and for me, probably the coolest thing to make music off the iPad are basically the synthesizer or the basically the theremin based instruments, the ones that are the pure electronic instruments. Of course, you can get a piano as well and other things, but it's kind of amazing the cool stuff that you can do on the iPad. I mean, here's a guitar. I'm just kind of looking at some of my my music related apps, and pretty much all the ones that I have here are free based instruments and things like that. I think that's something different. That's not really a guitar one. And there's some weird stuff like this to make music. Basically, some things that basically are kind of like sound. I don't even know how to even call them. It's just some things are just truly unique. And in a lot of ways, I think you have 2 or 3 iPads, you could do some amazing stuff with them that you would not have normally thought you could do with an iPad-based instrument. You know, even stuff like this. I mean, here's a metronome. You know, you put the slow it down. I mean, that's pretty handy. It really is amazing the stuff and apps. And I was, like I talked about before, I was not convinced that the iPad or tablets were going to be any use at all. I was wrong. I was just completely wrong. And it's amazing the amount of stuff and cool things you can do with these instruments and these things. And it really is because the ability to be able to have a tactile way to do different things. And so, you know, so I take some keyboard-based instrument you can make some really cool stuff off of, and just really amazing. So, you know, if you're a musician, go out there and get some of these apps. If you have one of these things, you're already using it to surf the web and use Facebook, you can actually use this as a real instrument and come up with some really cool sounds. And I think I'm going to use this for, you know, scoring films. And of course, you probably heard, if you watched any of the videos on here, I have used some of these instruments as well already, as well as using the iPad to shoot a lot of things, the time-based stuff, and as well as on-the-go stuff. It is pretty amazing. In this little area here, I can have basically a movie studio as well as a music studio as well as an internet connected device. It's just fascinating in so many levels. So anyways, go out there and try some of these instruments and see what you think. It's you know, it is pretty cool the amount of things that you can do with the iPad music wise, as well as a bunch of other things as well. So anyways, happy iPad. Yeah.